This is Jeff Bezos. At 16 years old, he was flipping burgers at McDonald's. In 2021, he became the richest man on the planet with a net worth of more than $200 billion. But it hasn't been all smooth sailing. Bezos began his career in the hedge fund world in the 1990s, then left a cushy job to launch his own startup that didn't turn a profit for years. In 2018, he weathered a high-profile divorce scandal, and Amazon has faced scrutiny over how it treats its workers. He's since stepped down as Amazon CEO and has been pursuing other ventures, from launching into space aboard the Blue Origin rocket to Amazon's domination in various sectors. Bezos' conquest to rule the world is becoming a reality. This is how he went from McDonald's employee to hedge fund manager to the richest man on the planet. He was born on January 12, 1964. His mother, Jackie, got divorced from her first husband and married Cuban immigrant Miguel Bezos, who adopted Jeff. When Bezos was 4, his mother told his biological father to stay out of their lives. Bezos showed signs of brilliance from an early age. When he was a toddler, he took apart his crib with a screwdriver because he wanted to sleep in a real bed. From ages 4 to 16, Bezos spent summers on his grandparents' ranch in Texas, doing things like repairing windmills and riding bulls. Bezos fell in love with reruns of the original Star Trek and became a fan of later versions too. In school, Bezos told teachers the future of mankind is not on this planet. Even as a kid, he wanted to be a space entrepreneur. After spending a miserable summer working at McDonald's as a teen, he became obsessed with the idea of managing employees. Bezos, together with his girlfriend, started the Dream Institute, a 10-day summer camp for kids. They charged $600 a kid and managed to sign up 6 students. Bezos eventually went to college at Princeton University and majored in computer science. Upon graduation, he turned down job offers from Intel and Bell Labs to join a new startup. After he quit, he got a job at the hedge fund D.E. Shaw. He became a senior vice president after only 4 years. In 1993, he married Mackenzie Tuttle, a D.E. Shaw research associate. A year later, Bezos read that the web had grown 2,300% in 1 year. This number astounded him, and he decided he needed to find some way to take advantage of this rapid growth. He made a list of 20 possible products to sell online and decided books were the best option. Bezos decided to leave D.E. Shaw even though he had a great job. His boss at the firm, David E. Shaw, tried to persuade Bezos to stay. But Bezos was already determined to start his own company. He felt he'd rather try and fail at a startup than never try at all. On July 5, 1994, Amazon was born. Jeff Bezos and his wife Mackenzie opened an online bookstore in Seattle. Because of the city's reputation as a tech hub and small population, they wouldn't have to charge sales tax to most of their customer base. Bezos financed the company with $10,000 from his own pocket. He and a small team spent their early days working in his garage on desks made out of doors purchased from Home Depot. In the early days, a bell would ring in the office every time someone made a purchase, and everyone would gather around to see whether anyone knew the customer. After a few weeks, the bell was ringing so often, they had it removed. In the first month of its launch, Amazon sold books to customers in all 50 states and in 45 different countries. On May 15, 1997, Amazon went public at $18 per share, giving it a valuation of $300 million. In June 1998, Amazon expanded its offerings and started selling CDs and DVDs. The music section launched with 125,000 titles. In September 1999, Amazon patented the ability to purchase an item online with the click of a mouse. Called One-Click, the technology gave the company an early advantage by promoting customers to buy more and allowed the company to collect their data. Amazon would later sue Barnes & Noble for infringement, forcing other websites to license the technology until the patent expired in 2017. In November, Amazon launched its third-party seller marketplace. That sparked a huge increase in the volume of transactions on Amazon.com. Over the first 4 months, 250,000 customers bought something using the service. In December 10, 1999, Amazon took a hit after the dot-com bubble burst. Although it would survive the dot-com crash, Amazon wasn't totally immune. Its stock peaked at nearly $106 a share at the end of 1999 before taking a long slide, pummeled by negative analyst reports. the company would lay off 15% of its workforce before the stock price recovered. In the same month, Time magazine named Bezos Person of the Year, dubbing him the King of Cyber Commerce. On June 10, 2003, Amazon launched its web hosting business. The company started to generate extra income by licensing its platform to other e-commerce sites like Borders.com and Target.com. Nowadays, Amazon Web Service continues to dominate cloud hosting and is one of the company's biggest revenue drivers. In August 2004, Amazon entered China. Amazon paid $75 million to buy Joyo, the largest online seller of books and electronics in the growing Chinese market. But the division, renamed Amazon China, faced stiff competition and was trailing far behind Alibaba. In February 2005, Amazon Prime debuted. Bezos announced a $79 a year loyalty program that included free 2-day shipping on any order. Now, with more than 200 million members worldwide, Prime is considered one of Amazon's most valuable assets. In November 2007, the Kindle went on sale. The electronic reading device enabled users to wirelessly download books, magazines, and newspaper articles, among other content. In January 2008, Amazon acquired Audible for $300 million. Audible now holds 41% of the audiobook market, which has been growing rapidly with the rise of smartphones. In March 2012, Amazon acquired robotics company Kiva Systems for $775 million. The deal allowed Amazon to amp up automation at its fulfillment centers, delivering products faster and with less need for human staff. Amazon later terminated Kiva's client relationships with retailers like Office Depot and The Gap in order to keep the technology to themselves. In August 2013, Bezos bought the financially struggling Washington Post for $250 million. His plan was to take it private and pump cash into new staff and better online products. The newspaper now says it is profitable. In August 2014, Amazon acquired the social video game streaming site Twitch for $970 million. The deal not only complemented the work being done at Amazon's own game production division, but it helped pull the global gaming community towards its cloud platform, Amazon Web Services. In June 2017, Amazon acquired Whole Foods. After struggling for years in the intensely competitive grocery delivery business, Amazon upped the ante and purchased Whole Foods' 471 stores for $13.7 billion. It has since started to integrate the two companies' distribution networks and offer discounts to Prime members. In September 2018, Amazon reached a $1 trillion market cap. In October 2020, Amazon's sales and profits surged during the pandemic. Profits increased 197% to $6.3 billion. Revenue from Amazon Web Services, the company's cloud computing business and largest profit driver, grew 29%, while its advertising business grew 51%. In July 2021, Jeff Bezos hit a new wealth record and became the richest man on the planet with a net worth of $211 billion. Bezos has often come under fire about his treatment of employees and other controversies. His former employees describe Bezos as a massive control freak and Amazon as a one-man show. Former Amazon engineer Steve Yegge said Bezos made ordinary control freaks look like stoned hippies. Bezos was known to tell his employees that they should pay him to work at Amazon. In 2002, he demanded all his engineers to rebuild their systems from the ground up. He also promised to fire every single person who couldn't pull off this massive undertaking. He also brutalized employees. He had an array of harsh insults he spewed at his employees with such anger that blood vessels bulged on his head. Amazon veterans have actually collected a greatest hits list of Bezos' outbursts, which range from "Why are you wasting my life?" to labeling his target incompetent or part of the B team. He is also not interested in charities. Out of the 4 richest Americans, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and himself, he's the only one out of the 4 who hasn't signed the Giving Pledge, a campaign to encourage extremely wealthy people to contribute a majority of their wealth to philanthropic causes. But in all fairness, Bezos has made some charitable donations over the years. In 2020, CBS News reported he launched the Bezos Earth Fund to help fight climate change with a $10 billion gift. In 2018, he started the Day One Fund, which aims to devote $2 billion to address homelessness and education issues. but it's still a minuscule amount compared to the $41.3 billion Bill Gates gave in charitable donations between 2000 and 2016. He's also a self-admitted tax dodger. Bezos famously decided to found Amazon in Washington state instead of the hot tech hub of California, and was perfectly happy to admit that he did it to dodge California's sales taxes. Amazon's attitude toward taxes hasn't exactly changed through the years. As a massive economic player, it's able to parlay governments and states for billions and billions of tax deductions. In 2017, the company made $5.6 billion in pure profit, and in 2018, CNBC reported a profit of $11 billion, yet Amazon paid no federal income taxes whatsoever. This gives them a price advantage over traditional book retailers and helped them to establish a strong foothold in e-commerce. He's also known to pick on smaller players in different markets. Bezos ordered his employees to approach small publishers the way a cheetah would pursue a sickly gazelle. Amazon executives took such sadistic pleasure in abusing publishers that they named its publisher abusing business program the Gazelle Project. He also made employees work against each other. Employees were actively encouraged to bash each other's ideas during meetings, and the company's internal phone directory even featured instructions on how to give secret feedback about their coworkers to their bosses. The system was called the Anytime Feedback Tool. Using it to snitch on a fellow worker was so simple that it even provided sample texts. The system made the work environment extremely stressful for employees. Amazon warehouses are often described as prisons. Life in an Amazon warehouse is so hectic that workers don't have enough time to eat or drink properly. Some of the employees even peed in bottles and left them on the shelves because the performance targets were so high that they didn't have time to take a bathroom break. Many employees complain that the targets are too high, surveillance is constant, the pay is inadequate, and workplace injuries are depressingly common. He also came under fire for a texting scandal. On January 9, 2019, Jeff Bezos announced on Twitter that he and his wife of 25 years, Mackenzie Bezos, were divorcing. He had developed a relationship with former TV anchor Lauren Sanchez. Some even released private photos and messages in which Bezos was said to flaunt his strangely robotic sexting skills. He supposedly wrote to Sanchez, "I love you, alive girl, and I will show you with my body and my lips and my eyes very soon." In July 2019, a settlement was reached, with Mackenzie receiving $38 billion. Over the next 2 years, she donated billions to charities across a variety of sectors. In 2021, Mackenzie married science teacher Dan Jewett. In a statement, Jeff Bezos wished the newlyweds well, saying Dan is such a great guy. On July 5, 2021, Jeff Bezos stepped down as CEO of Amazon to focus on his other ventures. Now, more than 20 years after going public, Amazon has a market cap of over $1.4 trillion at the time of making this video. Bezos and Sanchez have had a whirlwind 2 years, attending Wimbledon together, yachting with other moguls and celebrities, and vacationing in Saint-Tropez. They even got to meet Leonardo DiCaprio. He's still involved in important initiatives at Amazon, but he plans to spend more time on philanthropy, including the Bezos Earth Fund and his Day One Fund, as well as his 2 other major endeavors, the Washington Post, which he purchased in 2013, and his rocket company, Blue Origin. His first spaceflight with Blue Origin was a success. He launched into suborbital space with 3 other people on the first crewed mission of the company's New Shepard vehicle, a landmark moment for the man and the space tourism industry. In recent years, Bezos and Elon Musk have seen their respective net worths spike. The 2 moguls have flip-flopped for the spot of the world's richest person, though it appears Elon Musk is staying on top with a fortune of over $200 billion. There's no doubt that Jeff Bezos is incredibly successful. He went from flipping burgers at McDonald's to becoming the richest man on the planet. What can we learn from Bezos' rise to the top? Well, the reason why Amazon is so successful is that Bezos has an obsession with customer experience. Amazon's selection, ease of use, low prices, and fast delivery times are unparalleled, and it's the reason why Amazon dominates the retail space. And while most businesses focus on a particular market, Amazon is involved in a wide variety of industries such as logistics, streaming, cloud storage, payments, and the list goes on. They've built an entire ecosystem that has made Amazon insanely profitable. But by doing so, they've compromised in their treatment of employees and working conditions. By making customers their #1 priority, Amazon workers have suffered due to the high expectations and workload. Some argue that Bezos should be more charitable, while others argue that it's his money and he can do whatever he wants with it. With regards to his tax evasion, critics often point out it's unfair that he pays such little tax while earning hundreds of millions per day. But some argue that big companies do it all the time, and if they do it legally, then they shouldn't owe the government a penny. Is he a great businessman who values his customers, or is he a real-life Lex Luthor? The comment section in this one will be very interesting. Thanks for staying till the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to hit the like button, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content like this. Also, be sure to check out our other videos on this channel. Links are in the description, and we'll see you in the next one.